All right, Chad, this is kind of already a foregone conclusion, but this came out earlier. Breaking Overwatch League spokesperson confirms transitioning from the Overwatch League and evolving competitive Overwatch in a new direction. You didn't see earlier today, Toronto Defiance owner, Overactive Media, treated OAM. Overactive Media has confirmed its exit from the Overwatch League. The company is set for its next chapter with a strengthened financial position and continued commitment to the esports. We expect more information to come. Already our vision from Toronto Defiance and our plans to return to Overwatch esports soon. I haven't clicked on this link yet, so I'm going to click on it really quick just to see what it is. Oh, it's like a PR statement. Exit Overwatch League bolsters balance sheet by 16 million. So yeah, they took the buyout for sure. Toronto Defiance tweeted out, with every ending comes a new beginning. Our organization still believes in Overwatch and the passionate community behind the game. And then there was this tweet that obviously confirmed it, followed by this article. Blizzard confirms it is transitioning from Overwatch League amid team withdrawals. The Overwatch League could be officially over. In a statement given to GG Recon, the Overwatch League spokesperson confirmed the league will be transitioning to a new model. We are transitioning from the Overwatch League and evolving competitive Overwatch in a new direction. We are grateful to everyone who made Overwatch League possible and remain focused on building our vision with revitalized esports program. We are excited to share details with you all in the near future. I have two ideas of what this could mean. One is they want to expand World Cup. Actually, I have three guesses. Two is they go to like an Apex style, where it's like knockout, going in, going out, like you have to qualify for it. I doubt it would end up being as good as Apex Esports, but there's always the hope. And number three, if you haven't seen, a lot of Overwatch League players have been talking about and trying to get into Saudi Esports League. There's a potential, I guess, that could be what they look towards next. So those are my three guesses. After the Toronto Defiant had confirmed their exit from the Overwatch League and would be eligible to receive $6 million cancellation fee, that's CarQ inviting me, the Chengdu Hunters had previously exited the Overwatch League before the start of the 6th season. The Overwatch League had remained in limbo amid a vote on an updated franchise agreement. With the vote's resolution, a new competitive ecosystem will have to be found. It is expected that Blizzard Entertainment will work with the third-party tournament organizers, ESL Faceit Group. Yo, don't quote me on this, but I think that's owned by them. And the WDG Group esports to plan the future of Overwatch esports ecosystem. And this is obviously earlier today. Toronto Defiant announced their exit from the Overwatch League. Parent company for Toronto Defiant, Overactive Media, have confirmed their exit from the Overwatch League. Announced in a press release, the company disclosed that it will be receiving $6 million USD and a termination fee in accordance with the exit fee previously announced in Activision Blizzard's own quarterly report. Despite leaving the franchise system of the Overwatch League, OAM explained that it is still planning to participate in Overwatch esports in the future, and the implications of the wider Overwatch League system are currently unknown. This news arises the ongoing vote in the discontinuation of the Overwatch League, of which the results are currently not officially known. In a quarterly earnings report in July, Activision Blizzard disclosed the possibility of a termination fee in a $6 million USD for its franchise. Hold on, let me join this really quick just to tell them. GG Recon previously reported the Overwatch League was in talks with third-party tournament organizers WDG Esports for the Asia region and ESL Faceit Group for North America and Europe. The Toronto Defiant are the second franchise to leave Overwatch League. Okay. Okay, this is a lot in the other one. As one of the expansion teams covering the Overwatch League in Season 2, the Defiant became one of the most engaged franchises, ranked among the franchises with the most revenue in 2020. Moreover, the Defiant were one of the most active event organizers and teams most recently hosting the Overwatch League Grand Finals in the Mattamy Athletic Center in Toronto. The organization previously announced that the cancellation of all outstanding franchise fees upon the completion of the 6th season. Okay, we knew that. We'd reach out to Blizzard Entertainment for comment in the future. Okay, and then this was the one from before it. So, Toronto Defiant's the only team that's confirmed that they're leaving. I would assume every team's out. Because honestly, a lot of people thought that Toronto was all in. Since they hosted the Overwatch League Finals just this year, it seemed like they had been putting a lot into their team. They signed a lot of players. So, you know, I know we've already kind of said Overwatch League is probably dead, but the first teams have pulled out officially, so maybe more will come out in the next day or so. But looks like it's GG's.
Several days later.
I said yesterday there was probably going to be a little bit more information that came out about the Overwatch League stuff. And there was a little bit more that came out. Not a ton, but a little bit more, and something kind of interesting that also came out as well. I think if you saw Twitter, you know what I'm talking about. Well, first off, this IGN article came out. So 6 years after its glitzy launch, Blizzard's grand experiment appears to be over. Blizzard has confirmed in a statement to IGN that it's transitioning from the Overwatch League, seemingly spelling the end for the competition's once billed as the future of esports. God. Man, dude. I remember like how much that got sold, dude. Activision Blizzard told IGN, "We're grateful to everyone who made Overwatch League possible, remains focused on building." Yeah, okay. We already saw that yesterday. Blizzard's statement follows the earlier report of a vote that it would determine the league's fate at the end of the season, which wrapped on October 1st, with the grand finals that Kotaku described as beautiful and depressing. Wait, what? I mean, I guess that's true, but teams were given the opportunity to sign on an updated operated agreement with a cash payout of $6 million for teams that opted not to continue. Activision Blizzard has previously noted that the Overwatch League's revenue comprises less than 1% of the company's net revenues. Yeah, I'm not that surprised. So, like, this is a bit of juice, but Season 1, if you remember Season 1 of Overwatch League, there was a lot of teams that were, like, doing, like, cool team merch, etc. And some of the more shitty teams, ones that start with a B, got mad that they weren't making any money off merch because their merch sucked and they were terrible at marketing their team, etc. So Season 2 beyond, the league shifted to a revenue sharing format for all merchandise. So if you actually go back in history and look, you'll see the quality of merch and like cool stuff that they were making drop off a cliff because the teams that were making really good money off of it stopped doing it because it didn't matter, because the shit teams benefited just as much as they did for selling their merch. So that's why you had like the really shitty situation with I forget what the name is, but Fnatic. Yeah, it was bad. It was really, really bad. But yeah, basically greed killed all merchandise back then. The end of the Overwatch League doesn't necessarily mean the end of competitive Overwatch. Overwatch League Commissioner Sean Miller has previously said that Blizzard remains committed to a competitive ecosystem in 2024 and beyond, whatever that ultimately looks like. I think, like Super said on stream, something like that was like, I don't know, they thought like this might be something like World Cup. That's what I thought too. I don't know if that's true. I read it somewhere, but that was my guess. So who knows? In the meantime, Toronto Defiant are paying tribute to the Overwatch League in their own, somewhat unconventional way. I'll show that tweet in a second. It wasn't meant to be this way. 6 years ago, Blizzard trumpeted the Overwatch League as a bold new effort in the burgeoning esports scene. Teams were tied to individual cities, and buying a franchise cost a cool $20 million. Overwatch was among the most popular games in the world following its massive debut in 2016, leading to unprecedented excitement in the Overwatch League. In 2018, we debated whether Overwatch League would be successful or fail, pointing to investments like the $90 million investment with Twitch, while also noting that Overwatch isn't the best esport to watch. In all the years since, Overwatch's popularity has faded amid various controversies and the mixed success of its sequel, Overwatch 2. I mean, there's a lot of things here. Like genuinely greed killed it. Like $90 million investment from Twitch. They wanted more money. Twitch wasn't willing to do it because it wasn't performing, and they were giving them so many cool things. There was like the Twitch viewer where you could like watch everyone's POV and stuff like that. So they went to YouTube because YouTube threw more money at them, and they got zero upgrades in terms of the viewer experience. It actually became worse. Even drops didn't exist for like a year, and it literally was just greed. It was, instead of long-term sustainability, was sacrifice for short-term profit. Now the verdict is in. It had its moments and its share of passionate supporters, but the Overwatch League was never able to match Activision Blizzard's lofty expectations for the competition. It's been a tough time for esports in general over the past year, which is true, with one Valorant team owner calling it one of the worst things you can get into back in June. Lofty viewership has translated to strong revenue, with the investment steadily drying up. Many owners are finding themselves heavily in the red. That's super, super true. It was actually some Overwatch League owners of some pretty well-known, successful teams that were like, yeah, if I could make the decision again all over again, I wouldn't do it. Who knows where Blizzard and esports in general will go from here, but if nothing else, the Overwatch League was certainly fun while it lasted. It's probably going to go to the format where, like, There's zero like contracts that are not. There's probably gonna be like no sustainable ability contracts. Like if you win games, you get in. If you lose games, you get kicked out. But I did think this was very funny. This tweet right here comes from a guy named Adam. He's the CEO and co-founder of Overactive Media, which owns the Toronto Defiant. And he posted this. Also, you can't see it, and I'm glad I'm blocking it because it would give it away from Bad Pachimari. He posted this photo as like a goodbye tweet. It says, "Thanks for the memories. Onward to the future. Rise together." And now, you know, if you're not the most observant, that's okay. You're looking at this and you're like, wow, this is a very weirdly kind of dry piece of art. But, you know, it's alright, I guess. And so I just wanted to show you something that you might not have noticed. And if you've noticed Overwatch League over the last year, they've kind of stopped doing anything good in a lot of ways. Shanghai Dragons, I actually went to go find the clips. They're gone. They deleted them. They were literally posting clips of Fiverr editors, like editing clips from like player streams, and I'm not joking. Like it was like 1 kill over the span of like 40 seconds. Like, you know that pre-fight phase where everyone's like poking and not really doing anything? They made highlights of those. Now you might be like, Flutz, what are you talking about? We're talking about this photo. I want to direct your attention to the bottom left-hand corner. Do y'all notice anything a little suspicious looking in the bottom left-hand corner of this photo? This is an AI-generated photo. You know, there's a lot of things to it, but basically they're just trying to save as much money as possible. And I thought that this was a great way to encapsulate what they thought of Overwatch League, is that the final goodbye, they couldn't even contract an artist to actually do a nice send-off tweet. They went with the AI-generated free photo, and it's a fucking bag of dicks. Literally. And instead of a bag of dicks, it's a pile of dicks. And if what's behind me is Bad Pachimari's tweet of, "Are those dicks?" So, I think it's a great way to cap off the Overwatch League. Whatever esport comes next, keep the fucking ultra billionaires out of it, dude. Like, let them put the money up, but let them have no control over it. Because, like, 1, they're gonna get 0 return because they don't know what they're doing. And 2, quite honestly, just fuck them, dude. Like, they fucked this game into the ground, man. Oh, man. But yeah, that is the official end of the Overwatch League. And hopefully we'll find out eventually what teams voted for to stay or to go. Maybe all of them voted to go. Maybe some voted to stay. We don't know yet. But yeah, that's it. That's the end. It's officially. I mean, to be honest, we all knew it was gonna die. It just wasn't official, but now it's official. So that's the end of that.